is from Paranormal Encounters. It is by the user Sly Kitty Pie. It is titled Easter Bunny or Something Sinister. Hello everyone, I've been waiting to post this story for a while. Anxiety has stopped it until now, so here it goes. When I was around 6 to 8, I lived in a tiny town in the coastal mountains. It was just my young parents, early 20s and early 30s, and myself living in a double-wide trailer. Someone was kind enough to let us move onto their property, and it was beautiful. Picture Redwood Forest as your backyard, gorgeous. There were horses on the property too, which was another story. Anywho, after putting out carrots and water for the Easter Bunny, I went to bed, which was the first room when you walked down the hallway from a large living room. I prayed and prayed so hard that I would meet the Easter Bunny. So at this time, I believed in and mixed the best of Christianity, mum, and Catholicism, stepdad. So it was more or less a righteous fairy tale. If I did good and prayed hard, I could get them answered. I wanted him to be real so bad. I had made the same prayer every Easter for years. The next thing I know, I'm asleep. It's weird because I can see it now. I remember having a small rectangle room and my bed was on the opposite side of the room, diagonal to the door. As I was deep in dreamland, I was woken up by the sound of my door opening. I stayed still and pinched my arm to see if it was in a nightmare. I had read that in an old book my grandma had, lol. It worked and I felt pain, so hoping I was awake and thinking that it was my parents, I pretended to be asleep. Then the footsteps I heard didn't sound like them, so I tried to slowly slink lower under my blankets while seeming asleep. My bed was a twin with a wooden frame with drawers at the bottom with a headboard that had 2 sliding doors for cabinet storage. The steps stopped about a foot away from the head of my bed. That's when I heard tap, tap, tap on my headboard. I slowly look up, still trying to act like I'm sleeping, but I'm fucking terrified. I can barely see a large, glowing, white, fuzzy fingertip. Tap, tap, tap. The taps got louder and sounded impatient or angry. I shut my eyes and silently prayed for protection. I'm not sure how long it was, but it seemed like forever until I heard my door shut. Slowly looking towards my door, I saw nothing. I was relieved, but I still wanted comfort. Still afraid to leave my super protective blankets, I surrounded myself with as much as my stuffed animals I could reach without leaving my bed. I'm not sure if I was just so exhausted from it all, or maybe it was my body, tired from a very active imagination. I must have passed out. The next thing I know, I am under my mountain of studies, being woken up for school by my mum. Please, if Reddit can help me and let me know if it seems like a dream, or maybe some strange alien, phantom, monster, etc. I've never forgotten that night. It still freaks me out when I think of it. Oh my god, that's horrible. Imagine if, it's the fact that you heard it walking up to a foot away from the head of your bed, and then it tapped on your headboard. Your head is against your headboard. That's literally, disgusting. And you saw a big fuzzy white finger. Oh my god, that's horrible.